So this is the Vevor rolling cabinet. Okay, cabinet with wheels. This is not what you want to buy. It is an absolute piece of junk. It is thin, little tiny steel. Every single panel was bent. And I live in New York, and it went one state away. I basically got it in a day or in a day and a day and a half from the time I ordered it. But every fucking thing is bent on it. Every fucking piece has a tweak on it. And I had to sit there and manipulate it. The only thing is the metal is so weak, it's easy to manipulate. This is claiming to hold 200 pounds per shelf. And even if it does that, the bottom shelf here, even though it goes in a slot 3 times around, it's one little screw holding it in the front. That tells me that's going to hold 200 pounds. If I take a 20-pound starter and I throw it in here, I don't think it's going to hold very well. It's going to be sooner or later it's going to matter. Now, in the instructions, which this thing had literally over 100 screws. Yes, I would say there was 52 of the little screws. There's 4 on the inside. There's 16 of these. There's the 16 bolts if I hold the wheels on. I mean, there was a lot to do. And they give you a screwdriver, and you pretty much, if you use your own screwdriver, you're going to strip the holes because it had such little amount of torque that you have to really struggle hard to get it in, and then it stops so it doesn't strip. That's why they give you the screwdriver. And then this is the Allen wrench. But the problem here is this. It has wheels. They want you to anchor it to the wall. Okay? That's the reason why it can even hold. Yeah, if you take anything and anchor it to a fucking wall, it's going to work. It's going to hold 1,000 pounds. I'm like, no, I bought this because it implied that I could have 1,000 pounds and move it around. I thought this was similar to a toolbox. I ended up assembling it, but I have such regret right now. And the thing is that you got to tear it all open to get it apart out of the box, and basically these things here are stronger. This is what they came with packaging. It's literally stronger than the metal that's there. And it's still, not the greatest. And this thing was, obviously the whole thing was dropped by a forklift way in the beginning. This is not the shipping company's problem. And I'm one state away, so they give me the worst box. So you can see how this panel was bowed out, and this panel was more than bowed out, and it's dented. It's like, what a crime. I'm not happy. And I like a lot of things that Vevor sells, but this was totally and utterly more dense. Like I said, everything is dented. About a quarter of the screws stripped. What's the point of having the rubber bumpers and everything if they tell you you have to hold it to the wall? I have no room to hold it to the wall. I needed 1,000 pounds to be moved around. I'm very, very upset at this purchase. They could have made something way better for the money I paid. And I wish I bought something used that was an old industrial something or other, even if I had to just screw on a furniture dolly to it, it would have been much better. This is literally tin junk. And it doesn't even, the brakes don't even hold on the wheels. You can still push it, Junk. Want my money back, Vevor. I just wanted to add, so the door's closed, this locks, and it's engaging, it's locking like it should, but the other door, which somehow also seems like it's relatively straight, I gather it's bowed in the middle, and I just don't notice it, but it's like, it seems like this one wants to go in more, so it's like this one is bowed, maybe because of that corner there, but it does line up and lock, but the doors they're not next to each other. You got to really force them to go together. That's just absolutely ridiculous. That's what, this is like one of the best panel out of them all, and it seems to be fitting squarely there and there, but there's something up here, to say the least. See, it seems like this one is correct, and and I don't know. Yeah, so I mean, add the doors. The door is crooked on this as well. Don't buy it. Sorry, even if it's not damaged, it's a piece of junk. How is this like even the because then you see the shelving. So what happens is if the thing is out, it's not holding on to things like it should be. Then there's no way this thing holds 1,000 pounds and been able to roll it around. And that's what I was thinking I was buying. I thought that was what they were implying. What's the point of saying that? How do you move with this even? Once you put everything in, because they want you to mount it to a fucking wall. It's just this whole thing has been an absolute horror story right now. Very upset.